Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial of our masterclass. In this tutorial, we will talk about element selection and summary statistics. So let's begin. So what is element selection? Element selection is basically meaning that to select a specific variable from a data frame in R. So how we can do that? We can do it by using a dollar function, not dollar function, dollar sign. In my case, let me import the inbuilt dataset in R, which is empty cars. Okay, so I have imported the empty cars dataset. So let me click it and activate it. So here in the empty cars data frame, we see that there are 32 observations and 11 variables. Okay, and now suppose we want to select only the mpg variable. Okay, and we want to see its frequency distribution. So how we can do that? We can do it by table and then name of the data frame, which is empty cars, and then using the dollar sign, and after typing the dollar sign, all the variable name will pop up automatically. Okay, and now you can type or click on the variable you want to select. So in my case, I will select the mpg and run this line of code. So in the console, first of all, why we use the table function? So table function usually shows the frequency distribution. So what is frequency distribution? The frequency distribution means, suppose you have a data set and you have 10 100s, 30 200s, 40 500s, and after you use this table function, it will show you that how many 100 you have, how many 200 you have, and how many 300 you have. And in my case, in the mpg, I think let me use another variable. Let me go to here. Yeah, I think am will be better variable. So am variable means automatic and manual. If 1, it means automatic, and if m, it means manual. So if I type here am, it will show me in the console, it will show me the frequency distribution for am variable. So there are 19 0 in this data frame and 13 ones in this empty cars data frame. So this is how we can select a specific variable using this dollar sign. Okay, now suppose you want to calculate these specific variables or the whole data frames summary statistics. So let me show you how to calculate the whole summary data frame summary statistics. So there is a inbuilt function in R which is called summary, and if I just type in the data frame name, which is summary empty cars, it will show you the minimum, maximum, first quartile, third quartile, mean, and median of the data frame. So let me just run this line of code. Sorry. And in the console, we can see that this function has generated all the variables summary statistics. So minimum, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, maximum, for all the variables in the dataset. And suppose you only want to see the summary statistics for the mpg variable. So in this case, you can just use the dollar sign and then the variable. So I have run the line of code, summary empty cars dollars and mpg, and it is showing the minimum, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, maximum for this mpg variable. Okay, now so using this summary function, we can actually get a sneak peek into our data frame. So sneak peek, I mean we can actually see the minimum, maximum, mean, and median of our data frame. But this summary function is not showing us the standard deviation and variance of our data frame, not data frame of the variable. Okay, so how we can calculate the standard deviation and variance of a specific variable, we can use SD to calculate standard deviation, and then the data frame name, and then the variable name. And in the console we see that the standard deviation has been calculated. Okay, similarly we can type var data frame name and the variable name. So this var function means the variance, and in the console we can see that it has calculated the variance for mpg variable. Okay, now let us go a further level ahead. So suppose I want to calculate specific summary statistic of a specific variable in the data frame. So what do I mean by specific summary statistics? I mean that I want to calculate mean, median, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, and variance for the mpg variable. Yes, I can do that. I can do that very easily by using a special package which is called tidyverse, and inside the tidyverse there are lots of other packages. You can say it like multi packages. So what are the multi packages inside the tidyverse? And there are other packages like dplyr, ggplot2, tidyr, stringer. Dplyr package is very important in R to data manipulate, and ggplot2 is a very important data visualization package in R, and I will talk in my future videos about these packages. So now I will have to use the tidyverse package to specifically calculate summary statistic of a specific variable. So you have to install the tidyverse package using install.packages double quotation sign tidyverse. Okay, and I already have installed it, so I don't actually need to run this line of code. So I will just load the package using library function. Okay, so I have loaded the tidyverse. Now I will create another data frame, and in this data frame I will keep the summary statistic I want to calculate right now. So suppose I create a data frame naming summary statistics, yeah, and now the calculation will start. So first of all I will have to enter the name of the data frame. So in my case I have the empty cars data frame, and now I will use the piping operator. So this percentage greater than percentage, this is actually called a piping operator. So this is indicating that we have entered into the empty cars data frame. Now I will select the variable mpg, and now I will use the piping operator again. Now I will use the summarize function, and using the summarize function I can calculate my specific summary statistic. So, and to use this summarize function, first of all we have to name the summary statistic we want to calculate, and then we will have to use the function. So for example, to calculate minimum I have to name the variable name with minimum, and then I have to use the function, so min function, and the name of the variable mpg. So after running the codes, you will see that minimum is a variable which will have the minimum of mpg variable. So let me just complete the code. And then average or mean mpg, median mpg, and then standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation is sd mpg, and variance is equals to var mpg. Okay, now you see that it is showing a unexpected token deviation. So why? Because standard deviation, there is a blank space here, so we have to use a single inverted comma to avoid this error. Okay, I think if I run this line of code, it will work. Let me see. So let's try running the line of code. So yep, it actually worked. So in the data set, you see that another data frame has been created, which is called summary statistic. Okay, now let me open it. Here, see, the data frame is containing the minimum of MPG, which is 10.4, the maximum of MPG variable, which is 33.9, the average of MPG variable, which is 20.09, median, standard deviation, and variance are also calculated. So this is how you can specifically calculate the summary statistics of your choice. Now suppose you want to group by. Suppose you might face a kind of data frame. It has genders, male and female, and suppose you want to calculate the average by genders, the average of male, like suppose average age of males and average age of females. So you have to group by. So you have to group by the gender variable. And in my case, if we see in our data frame empty cars, we have this am variable. So this am variable is actually is numerical data type, but it is not a correct data type. We have to transform or convert this am variable into a factor data type, and then we can group by this am variable to calculate the MPG, to calculate a necessary summary statistic for MPG. So let me type some codes and explain what I did. So similarly, I will type the name of the data frame, empty cars, and we'll now group by. Okay, let me just select to avoid, sorry, select, now group by AM. Okay, now summarize. Oh, before using this, we have to convert this AM variable into a factor. So empty cars AM factor empty cars AM. Labels are 0 and 1, and the labels will be manual. So 0 means manual and 1 means automatic. I will have to use double inverted comma for manual also. Okay, so I have run this line of code, and what it did, it actually converted the am variable into a factor with two labels, manual and automatic. Okay, nice. Now I will continue the coding in here. So summarize average equals to mean of, I want to average of mileage per gallon, and I want minimum of mileage per gallon, and I want to see the standard deviation of mileage per gallon. Okay, so here in the console, see that here it is showing AM, the variable. So the AM variable has two factors, manual and automatic, and average, minimum, and standard deviation, and it has generated output for generated output basically for manual gear car. The average of mileage per gallon is 17.1. minimum mileage per gallon is 10.4 and standard deviation is 3.83. And for automatic gear cars, the average mileage per gallon is 24.4 minimum and standard deviation. So this is how actually you can select a variable and then calculate necessary summary statistics for a specific variable, and for your own needs you can specify the summary statistic you want to calculate by using the tidyverse function, a tidyverse package, and piping operator, summarize function, select function, and so on. And if you go to the tidyverse.org, the website, you will see all kinds of tutorials on how to use its internal packages. So internal packages like dplyr, ggplot2, and so on. And I will cover these packages, the tutorials in future my videos. And if you like this video till now, please consider liking the video and hitting on the subscribe button. Liking the video is actually very helpful for me. It will actually increase the reach for my videos, and subscribing really helps. And I am looking to reach 1000 subscribers. And thank you for watching.